just curious now that we're within a couple hours, the thought process you have when it is potential, well, it would be one and done, and does that actually maybe bring out the best in you as we saw in Iowa time and time again? Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely do or die time. I think you feel it a little more. Obviously, game one, no matter which way it goes, you're going to have to play them again. But being here, we have to win to extend our season and to get it back home. And I think it's a great opportunity for us. You go back and watch the film, and we find so many ways where we can improve and have been a lot better offensively and defensively. And we know we could have been right there in that game. And hopefully we shoot the ball a little bit better tonight. You would like to think law of averages would play out for you. So I think that as a competitor, you hate sitting around a couple days. You want to get to this game and you're really fired up for it. So I think that's the way our team's approaching it. And we know it's a great opportunity, but we also know it's a great challenge for us. But not anything you shy away from.
Go Doug, then we'll go Matt.
Caitlin, I know you said the other night that you just thought the shots just didn't fall. They were good shots. You're happy with them. When you go back and watch the film, it was even more so, man, that shot was good. It felt good from my hand. Do you take the same shots you took the other night? You're happy with those tonight if they're open?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like there was definitely some. And we went back and we watched, and we had, I think we calculated 28 points where it was kind of a wide open look for us where we didn't execute. And say we make half of those, that's 14 points right there. So you're definitely happy with some of the shots you get, but at the same time we weren't happy with some other shots that we did get. So I think we got to work the offense a little bit more, got to play with more pace. I thought it was a lot of standing in our half-court offense. It just didn't flow. It didn't feel good. I think for me especially is just try to move, play a little faster, play with some more pace, make them have to guard us from side to side. I think it's going to be really important. But yeah, I think overall we did get some good looks, but also there was a lot of ways where we could improve and definitely get more. So putting those two together, hopefully it brings us some success tonight.
Go Matt in the front, then Scott in the far left.
Yeah, hi Caitlin. For you as a player, on a night where your shot isn't going down, such as Sunday, do you prep any differently going into the next game?
No, I mean, I would love to shoot amazing every single game, and obviously some games are going to be great. Some games are going to be average. Some games will be a little below average. Some games are going to be bad, which that's how it was the other night. And as a shooter, yeah, it stinks, and you feel like you took good shots. But I was in the gym the last 2 days, and it feels good. So I think you approach it the same way you've been approaching it all season long. That's what's brought us success. That's what has brought myself success. So you don't change anything up. You don't start thinking too much. You just go out there and play and take the shot and shoot it with confidence and think every single one's going to go in. So I think the confidence aspect is going to be very important for our group as a whole, as we have to go in here and believe we can win and believe we can make shots as well.
Go Scott, then we'll go fourth row, middle in the back.
I think I saw where you made the half-court shot too and shoot around.
Does
that or having a great shoot around often lead to anything, or does that not mean anything?
I feel like we always have good shoot-arounds. I thought we had a great shoot-around today. We had optional workout the day before, and if you wanted to come in and get work, you could. And doing whatever you needed to make your mind ready for this game, your body, your mind ready for this game. Because like I said, it's 40 minutes. You got to go out there and get every single thing you have. But I feel like we had a really good shoot around. We, changed some things. We went through some different schemes that we can, try and what will help us be a little more successful. But like I said earlier, we just made some scheme errors, and when you make those errors versus this team, and then they make some shots, they just feed off of that. And playoff basketball, that's hard to recover from. So it's another key tonight, that you can't make those little errors where you're supposed to do one thing and then you go and do another. As a group, we have to stick to the scouting report.
Go fourth row in the back.
Caitlin, Coach Sides was talking about some of the players just getting outside, some fresh air, being in the casino for a few days. Were you able to take any day trips or at least walk outside?
Yeah, it was my first time outside in 5 days yesterday, I realized, so that probably wasn't too healthy, but whatever. I went to Mystic, Connecticut. I went to dinner with my parents last night. So a very cute little town.
Did you get to see the aquarium at all?
I didn't, but I know that's a big thing. Went to some cute Italian restaurant, so that was good. It was good to get outside and get some fresh air and see some grass, But you don't realize, when you leave your hotel room, and obviously we walked the back way to practice, so you're never outside, you're never smelling fresh air. So probably should have done that a little earlier, but glad I did it yesterday. But yeah, I think our team's made light of the situation, and obviously this isn't an ideal spot, not much around other than a casino and some shops, but we've had a lot of fun together, and honestly the organization has put together some fun events for us that we've got to share as a team too, so that's been a lot of fun too.
We got time for one more in the front row on the right. We just go ahead and ask.
Mm-hmm.
The game one set another viewership record for the W, and I'm just wondering, does the weight of that sort of play into how you or the team is feeling? Or you guys think it's blinders on focus?
I think it's blinders on and you're focused. I think at this point, me personally, I don't really sit there and wait for the viewership numbers to come out. I mean, maybe other people do. I was just like, cool. Close to 2 million people watching the game or whatever it was. I think it's, amazing. And I think it's what you would expect at this point of the season. This has been a record-breaking year for the W in all sorts of ways. And it doesn't surprise me. Like, the basketball's been really good. I think people were just so excited across the board about the playoffs and the matchups and the potential upsets and, whatever it is, the great play, the great players that are in these series. So I think it'll, continue to be something that people want to tune into and continue to watch. But I don't think it affects us by any means. It's like, the arena's going to be sold out. There's going to be people watching on TV. You approach it as you do every other game. It's not any different for us.
Coach, you said the other day, like, sometimes it's good to know what you know and not know what you know. Does it help in a sense that you guys haven't really been in the spot before and just go out and play basketball and do better than the other night, so to speak?
Yeah, I've said that several times. For sure, we have to play better than we did the other night. So that's the first thing. Again, Connecticut's a really good team. They can cause a lot of problems on both ends, and we were able to go back and look at some of those problems that they caused us, and hopefully we can get that cleaned up tonight.
Christine on the second row on the left.
Christy, this is, oh my goodness, sorry. This is more of a logistic thing. Being in the casino for 4 days, 5 days, do you guys get out and actually breathe air? Is that important to you? Just wondering about the process of not getting kind of, stuck in the casino and just having that be your atmosphere for 4 days or so. Thanks.
Yeah, we've. I think everybody's taken walks. I think the security at the casino's mad because we're walking on the street. There's no sidewalks if you try to get around. But yeah, everyone's talking about you got to get out and get some fresh air. But they've been awesome. The hospitality's been awesome. They've whatever we've needed, they've done for us. So it's just thank you to these guys for just being such great hosts.
Anybody else raise your hand? Got one in front here, Matt.
Do you want to pass this down?
Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Christy. This is the first time this season that you guys have had to come back after, sort of a tough, big loss. So what have you seen the time since the game of either players coming up to you, players talking amongst themselves that gives you the confidence that they can wipe it and then, force game 3?
Yeah, I think after we all sat down and watched video together, I think they were able to see some things that were, that Connecticut didn't so much do that we just didn't do and knew we was, should do. Offensively, a lot of times, if we're not scoring, then it affects us on the defensive end, and so we kind of talked about that as well. And we just had some shots that didn't fall for us. We had some great looks. That's the thing. We had some great looks the other night, and it just didn't fall for us. So hopefully, those shots will fall, and we will continue to get good ones, and then be able to find a way to get a stop on the defensive end.
No front row on the right.
Hi, Coach. This morning you talked about keeping the main thing, but you also talked about having such a young team. So when you're facing elimination, I mean, how do you really sort of set that point with such a young squad?
Yeah, I think it's just focusing on the next opportunity. This is just another opportunity for our team to be together and having a chance to show who we are and what we're capable of doing and that we do belong here. And so we just keep making it about that. The next opportunity, that's what's important. And then just continuing to get, find ways to get better on both ends of the floor.
Anybody else? Got the second row here on the right.
Without giving away the game plan, can you just talk about one or two things that you think will be key for the team, either improvements from Sunday or otherwise?
Yeah, first, their transition offense was really good. Alyssa Thomas can get out and rebound and run, and that really hurt us early. She really did a great job of pushing the pace for them. And then also just their offensive rebounding in the first quarter. I think they had 6 offensive rebounds on us in that first quarter, and we just got to do a better job of being more physical, putting a body on somebody and making sure we give them one opportunity and not several. But then again, just our pace is what is the most important on the offensive end. Just getting out and running, trying to catch whatever that advantage is. Not so much play fast and quick shots, but play fast, find the advantage, and take those shots.
Got the last one here, Chloe in the front row.
Yeah, when it comes to, you talked about Sunday missing those open shots, just how important is it to have that next shot mentality, especially in situations like that, and if it happens again tonight?
Yeah, I mean, when you're a shooter at this level, and you're going to have off nights, and I mean you can't have any second thought when you get those same shots. And I think we have two great shooters in Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark, and both those guys, they're ready to go. I mean, they are, they're ready for this next opportunity to show what they can do in these playoffs.